rain of the season. When sunlight touched his wings, they glowed softly, as if nature itself had painted him with care. The villagers called him Mitho, because his voice was sweet and clear, gentle like a morning prayer. Mitho did not live in a cage like other parrots in nearby villages. He lived freely on an old neem tree that stood beside a small mud house. The neem tree was tall and wise, its branches spreading wide like open arms. Beneath it lived an old man named Hari. Hari lived alone. His wife had passed away many years ago, leaving behind silence and memories. His children had moved to the city long ago. At first, they sent letters. Then fewer letters. Then none at all. The mud house, once full of laughter, now echoed only with footsteps and sighs. Mitho became Hari's companion. Every morning, Mitho woke him before sunrise. He called his name gently, repeating the words Hari loved most. Hari would smile, open his tired eyes, and say, "Good morning, my friend." Mitho sat on the window ledge as Hari drank his tea. In the afternoon, Mitho talked while Hari rested on his old wooden bed. In the evening, Mitho sang as the sun sank behind the river. The villagers often paused near the house and smiled. "Look at that parrot," they said. "He is more loyal than family." Mitho heard those words and felt proud. His chest lifted. His heart felt warm. He believed his purpose was clear, to make Hari happy. Slowly Mitho began to shape his life around Hari. If Hari was sad, Mitho sang louder. If Hari was tired, Mitho stayed silent. If Hari was sick, Mitho did not leave the tree even to eat. He stopped flying far. He stopped exploring the riverbanks. He stopped listening to the calls of distant birds. Without realizing it, Mitho forgot his own wishes. He forgot the deep forest. He forgot the joy of long flight. He forgot that the sky belonged to him too. One afternoon, the wind carried unfamiliar voices. A group of parrots flew down and landed on the neem tree. Their feathers were colorful. Their eyes were bright. They laughed, played, and shared stories of mango groves and forest rain. Mitho listened quietly. One young parrot hopped closer and asked, "Brother, why do you stay here alone? Come with us. The forest is full of fruit and freedom." Mitho looked toward the mud house. Through the open door, he saw Hari sleeping, his breath slow and shallow. "I cannot leave," Mitho replied softly. "He needs me." The parrots did not argue. They nodded with understanding and flew away. Mitho watched them until they became small dots in the sky. His heart felt heavy, but he told himself it was love. Days passed, seasons changed. Hari grew weaker. His hands shook. His steps slowed. He could no longer walk to the river. Mitho tried harder. He spoke all day. He sung all night. His voice grew tired, but he did not stop. He believed love meant sacrifice without limits. One cold morning, silence filled the house. Hari did not wake up. Mitho called his name again and again. He fluttered inside the house, landed on the bed, touched Hari's shoulder with his beak. Nothing moved. Villagers came quietly. Someone covered Hari with a white cloth. Someone whispered prayers. Mitho sat on the neem tree frozen. For the first time, no one listened to his voice. After the funeral, the house became empty. No water bowl was kept outside. No grains were scattered on the ground. No one spoke to Mitho. Days turned into weeks. Hunger weakened him. Loneliness hollowed his chest. His feathers lost their shine. The neem tree felt colder. Mitho realized something painful. He had lived only for another person, and now he had nothing left for himself. One evening, dark clouds gathered. A storm arrived suddenly. Strong winds shook the neem tree. Rain lashed like sharp needles. Mitho struggled to hold on. A violent gust threw him to the ground. Pain shot through his wing. He tried to fly, but failed. The world spun. A young village boy found him near the path and carried him gently to his grandmother. The old woman's hands were warm and careful. She cleaned Mitho's wing and wrapped it softly. "Little bird," she said, "you loved deeply, but you forgot yourself." Mitho did not understand her words, but her voice felt safe. For many days, Mitho stayed near the grandmother's window. He rested. He ate. He stayed quiet. The world slowed down. Each morning he watched the sky change colors. Each evening, he felt his wing grow stronger. One day, the grandmother spoke again. "Love is not losing yourself," she said. "True love allows you to live, grow, and fly." Those words stayed inside Mitho. When his wing healed, Mitho stood on the window edge. He looked at the village. He looked at the neem tree. He looked at the open sky. His heart was afraid, but also light. He flew. At first his wings shook. Then they grew steady. He crossed the river. He reached the forest. The trees welcomed him with sound and color. Other parrots greeted him. Mitho felt joy, not guilt. Sometimes he returned to the neem tree. He sat quietly. He sang, not in pain but in peace. Mitho learned a deep lesson. Loyalty without self-respect becomes a cage. Love without balance becomes loss. You can care for others, but you must never disappear for them. And for the first time, Mitho's song was truly free. This story teaches us that love and loyalty are beautiful, but only when they do not erase who you are. Living only for others may feel noble, but when you forget your own needs, dreams, and identity, love slowly turns into a cage. Just like Mitho, many people give so much of themselves that one day they are left empty, unsure of who they are without the person they served. Remember, loving others is important, but living for yourself is necessary. Balance is not selfish. It is wisdom.